So the first thing that I do want to mention is this: is that we're actually halfway there. Like this is June, we're halfway there to 2023, and this is where it's hot. It's hot outside. The brunches keep popping up, and people they start to slack off. Right? You don't have the discipline that you had back in January and February. And isn't it crazy that the energy really changes January, February, and then June comes, things definitely change. So what I want you to do is that I want you to stay militant to your goal. I'm not saying do not have fun, but I definitely want you to keep your goals in mind. And your overall performance for 2023, I also want you to keep that in mind as well. So here's the question that I have for the earners for today. If tomorrow were to be, or let's say tomorrow is January 1st, 2023, right? Would you be happy about 2022? Drop it in the chat. I would love to see your outlook and your perspective when it comes to that. Okay. I need to go harder. Not yet. No. Grateful, but no. Overall, yes. Lots of no's. And I would love to understand. I got almost a 10,000%. I love that. Yes. Stay focused. I guess so. A lot of work to get done. Need to go harder. So this is the question that we asked in our community. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because this is the question that you should ask yourself every single day. Am I actually planting the seeds every single day to get to my goals and to be able to get to the next level, right? And this is where, the whole 1% stuff come from, right? So I see lots of no's here. Now, here's a follow-up question for you. What's stopping you from being happy about 2022 and being happy about your performance, everything you did? And again, it doesn't just have to be when it comes to money. I'm not saying just money. I'm saying just in general, right? Life in general. So only me, discipline. Somebody said taxes, need to execute more, discipline as well. And I'm gonna tell you this: when it comes to success in anything, success at the gym, success in a relationship, success in the stock market, success in a university, the only thing that's gonna help you out is discipline. Discipline is the number one key. It is definitely the key to success when it comes to anything. So if you don't have discipline, then you basically do not have everything, right? So what I would say is this, and again, I do catch myself sometimes, even me sometimes, where I could definitely go harder. Is pace yourself. You have to pace yourself. A lot of the times why we don't execute on everything that we want to do is because we're trying to do 1,000 things at once, right? So definitely keep that in mind for today. And again, keep asking yourself this question every single day. And hopefully that should get you into executing. Again, at the end of the day, you definitely have unfinished business. So it's definitely time to tap in when it comes to that. Okay, so right now, market updates. Consolidation is the word that I'm going to focus on for the next couple of weeks. Why? Because we are going to be in a range for quite some time. We talked about stagflation. So for those that do not know what that is, stagflation is basically where we have we don't have any growth when it comes to the overall economy. However, we do have high inflation rates and we also have high unemployment rates. That is where we're at right now, right? And on Instagram, not sure if anyone saw that, but there was actually a picture of like a Porsche like delivering Domino's, right? And somebody said that is like a recession indicator, right? It's crazy. It's crazy. Like right now, people are definitely feeling it. And again, not to talk about the Porsche or anything like that, but it's just that right now, this is a time where, again, we don't really have any economic growth. There's nothing being put out back to the economy to boost up the economy. It's just, a very stagnated time that we're actually living in right now. So consolidation and that ranging bound is where we're at. So quickly, I'm going to show you SPY, and then I'm going to show you QQQ, and then from there we're going to continue. So what do we have here? Let me go here. Let me take this off, and we'll talk about Amazon in just a second. So SPY overall outlook right now, we are in this range. This is the range that we're at. We gave out these numbers last week, and it was what? Can somebody remind me what were the numbers that we gave out last week on SPY? That we had to know these numbers and that these numbers can help you out when it comes to trading. Can somebody help me out? Okay, 410 or 417. Great job, Lydia. Friday was indeed a inside day. 416, 398, 416. Yeah, 100%. So here are the numbers, right? So we have 416 to 417 is a critical supply zone. So supply zone for SPY. We have 410, which is both a critical supply and demand zone. We have 400, same thing, critical supply and demand zone. And right now, the critical support zone that we're holding is 398. Good steward. Great job, brother. Support zone. Yeah, I'll just put support zone here. These are the numbers. So this right here is the box. Thanks again, Chris. I made 25% on SPY 5 minutes ago. Great job, brother. Congrats. And again, it's all on you. Like I know that you guys thank me for like the knowledge or whatever, but at the end of the day, you should thank yourself because it's your execution at the end of the day. So great job. Right. So this right here is the square that we're in right now. This is the range that we're in right now. And as long as we do not break out, if we don't break out of this, then honestly, it's just going to be range bound the entire time. So this is a time where you as a trader, you really have to be patient. You have to be patient. And as an investor, for example, your Amazon, for example, your CrowdStrike, your NVIDIAs, right? Stocks that are at a large discount. This is where you really have to execute and buy the stock. You actually have to invest and quote unquote load the boat, right? But as a trader, you have to be able to be patient, right? So right now, this is the consolidation zone. We do not have a trend. So we're not making higher highs and higher lows, and we're not making lower lows and lower highs. We're just trading sideways. So as long as we stay within this box, it's going to be really, really ugly when it comes to the stock market because we're not going to be in a trend. We have to break 417 towards the upside. If not, we have to break 406 to the downside. Right. And Brian mentioned something pretty critical that even I didn't take into account was that Friday we did have an inside day. So Friday we had an inside day where the high was 414 and the low was 409.48. Can somebody tell me, knowing these numbers are 414 and 409, how would you have traded this today? You look for a breakout, right? So you will basically take the break of that 414 towards the upside, and you will go for calls, right? The question that I got here: so once we break support, that's a good time to buy stocks within the ETF. So one thing about ETFs, again, it all comes down to your goals, right? If your goal is long term, me for example, VTI, I'm putting in money every single week. I do not care what price is at, right? Now, if you want to get a good entry, what I would highly recommend you to do is to add the Fibonacci retracement to your chart and look at where's the discount. Is it, if the price is at that 50% of the fib, well, that lets you know that stock is at a 50% discount, and that right there can be a good potential opportunity, right? So this right here is just showing the consolidation that we have right now when it comes to SPY. Next, we have QQQ. So for those that are new, QQQ is an ETF that tracks tech. And again, we have a similar pattern here, right? We are now in this range bound between 303 and also this 315 level is all range. And again, as long as we stay here, it's not going to be a good trading session for us traders. However, what I would say is that, for those that are trying to get into QQQ at a cheaper price, of course, look for the breakout of 303 towards the downside. So do you even plot trend lines for VU VTR, or you just go in? Me, VU and VTR are mostly investment. I don't trade VU and VTI. So just pulling up VU quickly here, which is Vanguard. It's the same thing, right? It looks just like a QQQ chart. I rarely ever chart VU and VTI because those are just long term. I don't plan to touch that money for the next 40 years, right? So that's how I would do it. Could you show us how to add fib retracements? Yes. So I believe they have an auto fib retracement here on TradingView. And if you go to, let me see something, 1 second. I know that Thinkorswim allows you to manually do it. That's where I usually do it. But essentially what you would do here is that, this gives you different prices. I wish I could give you the prices in dollar amount or percentages. What I would say is this: for the sake of time, add the fib retracement, but look for an indicator that actually shows you the percentages, right? It's definitely easier on TD. And then look for the 50%, right? That 50%, if price is below that 50%, then it's letting you know that price is way below that 50% discount, right? And that could be a potential indicator for doing it.